Hello TGB. The purpose of this tutorial video is to discuss some revisions we've made to the attendance reporting procedures for teachers wishing to take personal days or any other leave days during the academic year. Our revised process features more streamlined communication between the teacher, the instructional leader, and the principal's office. Our revised process addresses absences in two categories: those absences occurring with more than 48 hours in advance, those occurring with less than 48 hours advance notice. Our revised process also addresses challenges we face with internal coverage. First, let's start with absences that occur in which the instructional leader and the principal's office are given more than 48 hours notice. For these absences, teachers must notify their instructional leader. Teacher is then responsible to complete and submit a green form to Bianca no later than 2 days in advance of the planned absence. Bianca will then secure the sub. For absences occurring less than 48 hours notice, those occasions in which the principal's office or the instructional leader are contacted the night before or the morning of an absence, the teacher must now call themselves directly into SubFinder. They may either elect to take a half day or a full day. Then they must notify Bianca and their instructional leader. No green form is needed for these types of absences, as the information is available on SubFinder. Regarding internal coverage and our commitment to you to reduce the amount of teachers that have to surrender their prep hour to cover uncovered sections, we've now set a cap at uncovered sections of 10, meaning that on any given period, no more than 2 teachers on prep in the entire school will be required to provide sub-coverage during their prep hour. This is an immediate improvement over the average of 6 to 7 teachers that were surrendering prep hours on any given period, on any given day, during the months of August, September, and October. Any sections needing to be covered beyond 10 will be routed to an alternative location for the day, with coverage being coordinated by the administration, with assistance from our support staff and our counseling staff. Our revised processes and procedures also feature an option for friendly coverage, specifically those arrivals and departures for teachers that occur in 3 hours or less. When the teacher is able to give more than 48 hours notice of an arrival or a departure of 3 hours or less, the teacher must notify the instructional leader. The instructional leader will coordinate the hourly coverage necessary from inside their own department. Specifically, as an example in social studies, if a social studies teacher planned for an arrival of 3 hours, a late arrival of 3 hours on a Monday, it would be the social studies department's instructional leader, Mitch Ruttenberg's, responsibility to work within his own social studies department to get first period, second period, and third period covered for the teacher wishing to arrive 3 hours late. This green form is completed and submitted by the teacher to Bianca, noting the teachers from the department that will be providing the coverage. For absences or departures or arrivals of 3 hours or less occurring less than 48 hours in advance, the teacher must notify the IL and Bianca. The IL will then be responsible for coordinating the hourly coverage necessary from inside their own department. There will be no green form necessary for these types of absences occurring with less than 48 hours notice. Most importantly here, it is your instructional leader's decision. The instructional leaders reserve the right to decline requests for friendly coverage, in which the teacher then must report either a half day or a full day. Many factors will go into the IL's decision whether or not to coordinate friendly coverage. Could be based on presentations or PLC related activities going on for the day, assembly responsibilities, or any other projects or coverage assignments that the department's teachers may have pending. One more time, it is going to be at the IL's discretion whether or not they will coordinate friendly coverage for their department's teachers wishing to arrive 3 hours or less, either with 48 hours notice or less than 48 hours notice. For school and district business, the teacher must notify the instructional leader of any school or business-related absences. The teacher will be responsible for completing and submitting a green form to Bianca 48 hours in advance of the teacher's requested absence. Any notification of school business given 48 hours or less, may be subject to denial. We are here to support, help, and assist all of our teachers who work so hard every day to give our kids the highest possible educational experience. For that reason, in your mailboxes, you will find a detailed pamphlet on the features of the SubFinder system, the numbers that you need to call, and I encourage you to work within your department to secure your instructional leader's phone number and contact information, as well as a contact information for as many department members as possible. Doing so will help to ensure that our communication with regard to attendance and classes needing to be covered is efficient and effective. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. For any questions or concerns, feel free to contact my office directly or our CTA unit chair for Trevor Browne, Ms. Suzanne Tate.